Okay, I think I'm recording now. I did the entire review without recording. Oh my. Okay. Anyways, Persona 5. Now, it's been a while. Yes, it's been a while since we've gotten a Persona game, you know. We've gotten a Shin Megami Tensei, but for Persona, I mean, it's been a while to get, an original, kind of like in the Persona format or whatever. Anyways, Persona 5, the reason I haven't reviewed it as soon as, sooner is because, yeah, I've been playing it. That's all I've been playing. Persona 5 and a bunch of other games, but there's just so many games that have come out. But anyways, I'm gonna get right on to the review. Should you buy Persona 5? Yes. There, I said it. Now, I probably don't even need to say that because or everybody's already bought in the game who has a PlayStation 4. So there you go. But I'm gonna just go ahead and say this: if you have not bought Persona 5, just do yourself a favor and buy Persona. Go and buy Persona 5. Do you need to play the other Persona games? No, they're all kind of like their own little installation, kind of like Final Fantasy, something like that, along those lines. And yeah, you don't need nothing. You don't need no Persona experience prior to this, because really this game is probably the best Persona game that's ever been released. Granted, yeah, I know there's so much nostalgia for like Persona 3 or Persona 4 that people have, and yeah, it's always gonna hold the nostalgia. But as far as like gameplay and level development and everything, it's so much superior than previous Persona games or Shin Megami Tensei games. Like for instance, I'll go ahead and say what I really enjoyed is that finally we have dungeons that actually they're not, what do you call it? They're not squared out. Like the dungeons actually look like there's a lot more attention to detail than ever before in a Persona game, and I really like that. I mean, they look like real environments that you go out and you would explore, in these dungeons areas or whatever. Because no, I can't give out any spoilers. That's another thing. I can't talk about the story at all. It's just something that I think everybody should experience for themselves. This is one of those games where that if I say anything about the story, I really think that I'd spoil even just a smidge of it. So because it's a great experience when you finally see the plot unfold as you start playing. Because I think I got that experience, just like wow, how great is this world, and just how great everything was in this game. And like I said, the way the story unfolds, it's just at a really nice steady pace. And really for people who are fans of anime, they're gonna enjoy this game. This game has some beautiful cutscenes with drawn out animation. And it's just I think some of the best animation I've ever seen, along with like some cel shaded graphics. This game is just so great. Like, it's so beautiful. It's a masterpiece that Atlas. I think they outdid themselves, and you could tell when you start playing the game. You can see the kind of budget that went into this game. Like when I started playing this game, it's kind of like, oh, okay, when you start off, you're just like, all right, this looks like an average anime game, or Persona. You're like, all right, cool. But then the more you play it, the more in depth this game can go, and it's just you're starting to stand there and you're just like, wow, like it's how you notice how big this game is really, and how, like I said, I keep on saying this, but how it all unfolds is really the key, to what goes on and what the other locations you unlock and the things you can do. And the game takes place, in like Tokyo, of course, but like it gives such a style. Like there's this weird acid jazz style to the game that I think is just so perfect, and it's really probably one of the best soundtracks it's been released. A soundtrack that I think would probably be the best soundtrack that's been out this year. That's how good they did on the soundtrack. And as far as like I said, art design, level design, it's all phenomenal. And I'm gonna get down to the gameplay. The gameplay was just it's really unique because it's your standard turn-based gameplay, like other JRPGs have. But for some reason this gameplay just feels a lot smoother and a lot more polished. And there's a lot of things you can do during when you're accessing the menus and everything during the gameplay. And for those of you like who are a little turned off by turn place or turn style gameplay, give this one a shot, because this one I really feel that Persona deserves to be like. I feel like if people have never played a Persona game or people have never been into JRPGs at all, I really do believe that this is probably one of the best places to start was Persona 5. Granted, I'm pretty sure this is probably one of the best JRPGs that has ever been released because it, like I said, the budget shows the heart and the love that Atlas put into this game. It shows in every little small detail in this game. Everything, even the voice acting is so on point too. Like for some people, I've had people and friends like that. They hate English voice acting in Japanese video games, or animes, and I gotta say the voice acting, like, it took me a while. Like I wasn't really paying attention to it until like maybe I think like maybe 2 hours into the game I was playing, and all of a sudden I just realized I'm like, this voice acting is really good. And it is. The voice acting, it just gets better and better. And not to mention that the characters that are in the game and the development that you have with these characters, they feel like actual people that you could meet, or like they have personalities. And it's just, I think they really set, like, this nice little establishment, for the Persona series, like a new milestone and what a Persona game should be, and what a Shin Megami Tensei game should be. And it's, like I said, it's really definitely worth buying if you haven't bought it already. And when it comes to flaws, I don't legit I couldn't think of anything that's really flawed in this game. I tried, and it's like you can nitpick and stuff, but it's like this game has a style and it went for it, and what this game does, what they went for, they executed it flawlessly. And I really do think that this is probably a near perfect game, and definitely something, like I said, everyone should buy. But anyways, I can't really say more on it, and like I said, nitpicking at the game, I can't really find anything that I don't like because there's so much that you can do, and it's so in depth, like I said. Especially when it comes to customizing like weapons, moves, the different Persona monsters that you can get, and the other world dimension that you go through. How you start a life in the game. You can you build relationships with characters. You get a part-time job. It's literally like a whole nother world, basically. I mean, it's probably one of the best things that could have been released this year, and I'm so glad I got it. I'm so glad I was able to pick that up. And like I said, if you pick up the game, like, please just make sure you have like a few days off of work or school, because this game is going to take over your life. Yeah, so I mean, I can't recommend this game anymore other than just say go buy it, and people who are watching, what I'm talking about. But please, let me know in the comments, did you guys agree with my thoughts on Persona 5? What do you guys think of the game? People who have bought it, do you think they could have done anything better? Anything like that, please let me know in the comments. Upvote this video, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.